We have to solve for x and graph. All right, guys? So what's happening here? So we have g here, which is 2x plus 3 less than or equals to 5, and x plus 1 greater than or equal to -2. So we're trying to figure out, how to solve for these two equations and how do they fit on a graph. What does that mean? What will be the interval in which they're going to fall at the end of the day, correct? So we got to solve for these problems first, right? So that means we have 2x plus 3 less than or equal to 5. So we know how to do that. -3, both sides. So we have 2x less than or equal to 5 minus 3 equals to 2. Okay? And then we divide by 2 and 2 in order to solve for x. So x is less than or equal to 1. Okay? So this is for the first one that we have here. For those who forget about solving for two-step equation, for example, you can go back to our videos and then you type in step 2 equations, and then you're going to find out what we did. But in this case, we're talking about inequalities. Okay, so there's no more equal as before, but inequalities. All right, so this is what we get for the first one. So we go for the second one here. So we have x plus 1 greater than or equal to -2, right? So this one's straightforward. -1, -1. We have x greater than or equal to -2. -1 is going to give us what? -3. All right? Anything else to do? No. So now we're going to figure it out, because now we're talking about two inequalities that we combine it together. So, and there's an and in between. All right? So that means we got to go to the number line, our magic number line. So we need to know, ladies and gentlemen, we need to know how to operate this number line. It's not hard at all. Okay? So you have it, 0 right in the middle. So the first thing you got to do is to put the number 1. So what is 1? 1 is somewhere to the right side of 0. Everybody with me? So this one is less than or equal to. So we have our circle and we shade it in. All right? So x less than or equal to 1. So that means all the numbers that are less over here, less than 1. So that means 0, -1, -2, all these numbers here. Okay? So we're going left. All right? So actually, we're going west. Or we're going left. Okay? So now, when it comes to -3, x greater than or -3, so -3 somewhere, so let's say -3 is somewhere here, right? Because on the left side of 0, okay? So we have -3. So also, we have the circle, we shade it in, right? So now what's happening? We're looking for when x is greater than or equal to -3. So that means all numbers greater than which are going here. So because we're doing it for both of them together, there's an and, okay? So that means here we are, okay? So it's between -3 and -1. So the interval is between -3 and negative. So all the numbers that belong into this interval here, that's what we're looking for, all right? And this is your final answer, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So you can always rewrite this problem, for example, just to have x right in the middle. So you have less than or equal to. So you have 1 here, less than or equal to, you have -3 here. So you can put it as well in this way, because that means it's between -3 and 1, which is the same thing as this one. So x greater than or equal to -3, which is this one, x less than or equal to 1, which is this one. Okay, so you can rewrite it like that. So this is our final answer here when we graph it. Okay, let's go to h then. For h, we have 2x minus 3 greater than 0, or, so you see the difference, we have and for the first one and or for the other one. So we have x minus 2 less than -7. So let's see how we deal with it. So the first thing that we're going to do is the same thing that we did over here. All right, so we take the first equation, 2x minus 3 greater than 0. We solve for it. So we have plus 3. So we have 2x greater than what? 3. All right. Then we divide by 2 and 2. So we end up with x greater than 3/2. All right. So this is what we get after we solve for this inequality here. Okay. So you guys know the difference now between equal and inequality. Okay. If it's equal, that means x equals to 3/2, which is 1.5 as decimal, period. But in this case, it's x greater than 3 over 2. That means any number higher than 3 over 2, that's what your answer is. Okay? So that's the difference. So let's go back in this one. So we have all, so we have x -2 less than -7. So we have plus 2, right? Then we end up with x less than -5. -7 plus 2 is -5. So this is it. We're done with that. So now we go with our number line, our the magical number line. All right? So we have negative numbers all the way infinity, positive infinity on the right side. So that's what we have so far. So we have 0 right in the middle of it. So now if we go 3 over 2, which is 1.5, correct? Somewhere on the right side because it's positive. 3 over 2. All right? So this one is circle here, no shading, okay? It stays empty. And then it says greater than. So you're going east, right? So all the numbers greater than 3 over 2, that means we're going east to the right side. Now when it comes to -5, where is -5 located at? From 0, we have it right over here, okay? And then also, small circle there, leave it empty because there's no equal sign, there's no equal sign. So where is this one going? All the numbers were x less than that. So that means -6, -10, -20, -20, 24, for example, -1,000, -10,000. All right. So this is what we have. We're going west. All right. Because we're talking about this or that, this is your answer. Okay. So because you're looking for either or. Okay. If you were to be and, then we will have a no solution case. But we are not talking about and. We're talking about or. So that means we can have this or we can have that, which is possible in this case. All right? So isn't this beautiful, right? I know you guys are loving it so far. But in any case, guys, remember to like, share, comment, and also subscribe to our channel. All right? And we keep growing. Thank you.